Corey Heim, that 11 truck on the inside, starting on pole for the first time this season. Taylor Gray, first front row start of his career. Green flag is in the air. We are racing at Homestead-Miami Speedway as they fan out all over behind him.
All the way down to the paint on the inside of the racetrack.
Looked like a little contact for Tyler Ankrum back there on the bottom of the racetrack.
Nice run off turn 2 there by Taylor Gray. Able to get beside our leader, Corey Heim.
See Rajah Caruth, this blue and white 71 makes it 3 wide.
Nick Sanchez right in the middle of that action. He slips back. Rajah Caruth gets that position.
It didn't take long for these guys to spread out, and he did it.
I told you, Phil. They're going to be 3 wide for a while on this racetrack. I think you can see here down into turn 1. Tyler Ankrum scraping the bottom of the racetrack.
See the pylon on the left side. Drivers in yellow are your playoff drivers, and you see Grant Enfinger in 10th. In green, he's the only one that has punched his ticket and will race for the championship in 2 weeks at Phoenix.
He jumped right up to the top of the racetrack at the initial start, made a little bit of ground up, then he drives right back down to the bottom.
Wow, Sanchez is loose right there. Daniel Dye right on his bumper. Saw that 2 truck sideways. Here comes Ben Rhodes to the bottom.
Ben Rhodes with a call of the decade, I would say, last year by his bid crew chief, Rich Lucius. Up in the action to start this in that 75 truck. We see them part-time in the series. This week, it's Corey Heim. Continues to lead here. He's led all 17 laps so far. 13 laps to go in stage number 1. Little shuffling behind him. Caden Honeycutt on the charge. Moved into the 2nd spot. You see him there in the 45 truck right up there on the top of the racetrack. Taylor Gray and then Christian Eckes, Ty Majeski in that 5th spot. Well, Michael, you talked about Caden Honeycutt coming on strong. Look at him, goes to the top. Corey Heim right in the middle. He just cut that lead by 0.4 of a second within a half lap.
You know, those two remind me of each other, Phil. They showed up and we noticed something was special about the way they could wheel these trucks. Corey Heim is now looking in his mirror and seeing another guy that I think is a superstar of the future.
Final lap here. Can Honeycutt close the door? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Corey Heim will pick up stage win number 1 at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Honeycutt 2nd, Ty Majeski, Taylor Gray, Christian Eckes, Grant Enfinger, Connor Mozak, Nick Sanchez, Rajah Caruth, and Dean Thompson round out the top 10. Interested to see how the 45 of Caden Honeycutt, how his truck will do here after those adjustments. Green flag in the air once again. Side by side, Taylor Gray trying to hang on. Does he have anything for Corey Heim? He's got him by a nose right now. They fan out 3 wide behind him. Taylor Gray, can he clear Corey Heim?
Gonna have a little help from Eckes in the blue and white Napa truck.
Look at that, 4 wide.
Majeski down on the bottom. Dean Thompson, that 5, jumped in behind him to push him. 4 wide. There's Mozak in the 7.
Dean Thompson slides up the racetrack. Is that Honeycutt back there?
Yeah, he didn't get a very good start back in that bee's nest. Blocking for Ankrum there.
It's Caden Honeycutt. We talked about him restarting 3rd, back in 12th now. Battle for the lead. Corey Heim dropped 2 spots. Christian Eckes, Taylor Gray side by side.
Remember, Christian Eckes has led all but 1 race this season coming into this race here at Homestead.
His stats are unbelievable. When you have a picture of consistency, his face is on it.
Look at that. He's able to close the door, but crossover move by Eckes. He goes to the bottom.
Side draft a little bit to pull that truck back. He's going to have enough to clear him.
What about back there in 4th? Grant Enfinger said they had some liberties because of the fact that they're racing in Miami for a in Phoenix for a championship, and they could throw the dice a little bit harder than the rest. He's moving up into the top 5.
Yeah, Majeski had a little bit of trouble on pit road, lost some spots. How about Corey Heim back to the front?
Corey Heim, watch those 2 duke it out, gave up that lead for a couple of laps. Now he's back to the point with Eckes all over him.
Maybe he didn't need an adjustment, Jamie.
That's what we've looked at all year long, haven't we? 17 and 19.
His goal today was to manage his right side tires. He knew if he burned that right rear off, it was going to get loose. If he went in there and turned on the wheel too much and burned the right front up, it was going to push. So that is exactly what Christian is trying to do right now, I guarantee it.
He better watch out for that 9 truck right there.
He can watch right out the front window for it. And you see, this is exactly like we talked to Grant about when the race started. He could take more chances. Todd talked about strategy he could use, but watch how close he's running to that wall in turns 3 and 4. And nobody else is really willing to do that because they can't take the chance.
And lap after lap, he's been the fastest truck. We talked about Tanner Gray and the move he made early in the race. He was running 8th in this second stage, got into that outside wall, pushed the envelope just a little bit. Now he's faded back almost outside the top 20.
Man.
Grant Enfinger, 9 trucks, started 9th up to 2nd now as this battle has been heating up a little bit. Corey Day in the 91, the one of William Sawalich. Haven't mentioned Corey Day yet today, making his 3rd truck appearance.
Oh, he'd be out there by that wall, slipping and sliding. He's used to that, but he's doing a nice job, having a good, solid, steady day. I talked about stars of the future and stars of today. These are 2 guys that are on the list, and look at the star of the moment.
Change for the lead. Grant Enfinger just said, see ya, Corey Heim. I'm going to take over and lead for a little bit here with 3 laps to go in stage number 2.
And then slides it sideways up off the corner. What a nice move by Grant Enfinger. Corey Heim doing all he can do to keep that 19 of Eckes behind him. Again, these guys know every spot is a point. Grant Enfinger says, I don't need the points, but I'll take that. I'll take the stage win, though.
And he does it. Grant Enfinger picks up his 3rd stage win of 2024. By the way, all 3 of those stage wins in the last 6 races, coming on strong when it matters most. So caution is out. You see Nick Sanchez, not in the top 10, didn't pick up any points there, didn't make up a whole lot of ground.
My Joe Shear, as we go green flag racing, the reason why he wants to know when the leaders come, he wants to come right then. He doesn't want to leave anything on the table. If he
Oh, contact. Grant Enfinger, Christian Eckes, Taylor Gray to the lead.
Look at the smoke coming from Enfinger's truck.
And the right side of X's truck is bashed in bad.
That's not getting any better. Grant Enfinger back in 3rd, a lot of smoke there. Corey Heim just behind him.
See that smoke continuing from Grant's truck. Again, remember, these are metal bodies. That sometimes that tire will clearance itself. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't.
I think you see Eckes moving away from the wall there so the spotter can get a look at that right side of the 19 Napa truck. See if there's enough damage where they need to think about pit road. Grant's slowing down.
Fortunate turn of events for Grant Enfinger. We know he's locked into the championship 4. He was on a roll, won that last stage, and now he's got significant damage on the left side.
Yeah, keep an eye on this watch. It was really disappointing for Grant to come in, and they stayed out a couple laps just to see what was going on. You can see some fuel going into that truck as well, but they said work on those front fenders, guys, as you can see there. They may not take as you see them working on the rear of the truck. But yeah, they want to get back out as quick as possible.
I think
so
that
the tires are up, didn't have to take them.
Yeah, that's...
And Taylor Gray's the one just on the outside, 17 points back. At this point, he's running 4th. There's not enough points there. 42 hard into the outside wall. That's Matt Mills on fire.
Looked like a right front tire, didn't it, Michael?
I don't know. Was there contact before that? I think the 6...
Maybe been some contact from the 66, but...
I thought I saw out of the corner of my eye contact.
I saw the 66 was in close proximity to Matt Mills, but hard contact for Matt.
Yeah, you're right.
Big contact.
There he is, getting out good.
Good to see him.
Hold my breath until that happens.
He was 19th at the time of that impact. And they had issues yesterday, transmission issues, had to start in the back, working his way through the field. He has have some help taking that helmet off.
Yeah, certainly a lot of smoke in that truck from that tire going down and all the contact. See if we can take a look and see if there was some contact here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, without a doubt, the 66 gets into the backbone, turns them sideways. And again, on these older tires, even though we don't have that many laps since we restarted, it's hard to just change directions on these trucks.
Another look at it there. This is the first caution for contact today.
With all those guys scrambling behind them.
As Corey Heim, Christian Eckes lead him. Green flag is in the air once again.
Man, they block, don't they?
Tanner Gray, that was him in the black and white truck number 15, up in the mix. Started in the back of the field today. Made quick work of it. Haven't talked a lot about him, though, through the second stage. Corey Heim showing that he is #1 when it comes to restarts. Great job there. As Ty Majeski, they made those adjustments in the 98. Can he take the lead from Corey Heim?
Remember, we only had 9 green flag laps on these tires. When we restarted here, Ty Majeski's trying to take advantage of those cold tires without a lot of laps on them to try to get that lead, but I don't think Corey Heim is playing with him.
We're able to show the viewers at home what new tires look like.
Yes.
This is it right here. Woo.
Corey Heim said, I'm not going to block. I'm too slow to block that truck on new tires.
New leader, Lane Riggs in the 38. Just heard from his crew chief, Dylan Capello. Said his driver's doing a great job, and yes, he is. To the lead for him for the first time today over Corey Heim.
Grant Enfinger continue to march through the field as you see Mozak slipping and sliding up top. Grant's overcome that run-in he had with Christian Eckes. Rebounded to top 3 right now.
Battle for second right here. Grant Enfinger just no give up in that team, even though they know they're good. They're moving on, but Nick Sanchez, it's all or nothing.
Remember, that's the same strategy that they're on, same tire strategy for the 9 and the 2. And I'm looking at our scoring monitor right there. There are only 2 trucks that I talked about maybe gambling again, and that's the 25 of Dawson Sutton running 10th and the 15 of Tanner Gray running 8th. They have not put their last set of tires on yet. If we would get a caution flag now, anytime now before the end of the race, they will be in a great position.
Look at this battle right now for the lead. Grant had it for a few seconds. Lane Riggs said, no, I'm going to hang on to it. I like where we're running right now. 22 laps to go from Miami Homestead.
For that last lap, Grant Enfinger ran below 36 flat, chasing down the 38 of Riggs.
That's a fast, long-run truck. We've seen it all day, and that's what you need right now is that 9 of Enfinger.
There's Corey Heim working his way around the 18.
That is a battle for position. That is a battle for the 6th position, and Lane Riggs officially runs out of fuel like the spotter for Grant Enfinger and Nick Sanchez said he would.
Yeah, running up next to that high line and hammer down. We saw.
It's like another truck maybe out of fuel right in front of him. Can they keep it down on the bottom of the racetrack, get to pit road without bringing a caution out?
I think that was Chase Purdy in the 77 truck, but meanwhile,
white flag is in the air for Grant Enfinger.
That's all he wanted to see was that white flag. Now he just hopes he has a few tenths of a gallon of gas.
Nothing to lose coming into this race. Little bit of strategy. The pit crew got it done, fixed that truck up despite the damage. Jeff Stankiewicz working his magic, working the numbers, telling his driver exactly what he needs to do, where he needs to be, keep enough fuel in that race truck to get it done. The 2 and Nick Sanchez in second is out of gas. Checker flag is in the air for Grant Enfinger. He goes back-to-back wins. Well done. I'm sure they held their breath for a while there.
Wow. How do we do this, man? We always have such entertaining events.
And guys, Nick Sanchez pitted 1 lap before Grant Enfinger. 1 lap.
The experience you guys were talking about. Communication with his team.
With all, I think Stuart Friesen also ran out of fuel right at the very end, and Corey Heim ended up finishing 4th.
You said he'd make the top 5. There he did.
We have the heat, man. You just have the best truck. So took a disadvantage, made a good call, made it an advantage. Great job. I think we got fuel for a burnout.
Oh.
I love it.
Next race, next Friday night from Martinsville. That will be elimination night. One more opportunity to join Grant Enfinger and burn it down. Talk about turning it up, turning that wick up when it matters most. This team getting it done.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.